So in the last class, I have given just introduction part, and today I'm going to explain first a few simple examples, and then how can we apply that CSS code and all I'll explain. Simply, I'll show you how to write the code in Visual Studio followed by, but before that, I'm just taking that online compiler to explain clearly. Here it is. So in the last class, we already discussed this doc type HTML is used to provide the information about HTML version to the browser. Because who will run HTML code means what? Is a browser will run the HTML code. And everything we need to write in between what? HTML tags. Between HTML tags, start tag and end tag. I don't want to write any information in head location. So directly I'm writing that body location first. Few examples I'll explain initially. Here it is. This is this is first page I'm writing. This is first page. When you run this code, output will display in the single line only. But here it is. We have written in a 4 lines of code. 4 lines. But it will not display in 4 lines. It will display in a single line. Is one. If you want to display in 4 lines, we already discussed in the last class. Here it is, break is there. And one more thing, if you just write normally, this break also will work. Already told you that it is errorless language. But even though it is errorless language, we must follow the rules. So break tag is like an empty element. So we always write like this. Here it is, whenever you need a line break, then we need to add that break tag. We need to add that break tag is a 1. Is a 1. This is. So here, so what is the difference between a break tag and paragraph tag? If you see in a textbook, paragraphs means what? From one paragraph to another paragraph, there is an extra line space. So paragraph is always will give a line space between paras. Suppose here this is the first page only. This is the first page that I just want to write. I just want to write in a paragraphs. This is first page. It's the same. When you run the code, look at this extra line spaces it is providing. Extra line spaces it is providing. So this is called paragraph. If they ask the simple difference, when we go with the break means what is a simple line break only. Is a line break. So for example, they have given heading tags. Total, how many heading tags are there? H1 is to display that heading. Suppose welcome. Welcome. with a already inbuilt font, it will show. And here it is the same. H2 is there. H2. So what is the difference? Same to place the heading only, but that size will decrease gradually. Right? For placing the headings and subheadings from H1 to H6, they are given. H1 to H6. These are the heading tags. To place different types of headings, H5 and H6. Because whenever you are creating the document, whenever we are creating the document, we are placing headings. We can say subheadings, side headings or subheadings we can call them. So depends on our requirement. We select that heading. We select that heading is a one. This is. So combinedly, suppose if you want to write headings and paragraphs, if you are writing any one heading we are taking, let us take a H3 and take is a HTML, is a heading I am giving. Next followed by the paragraph I am giving is used to create content, is used to create content of web page. I'm writing like this. Next one again H3, CSS and paragraph is to apply styles. Like we are writing. Only heading and paragraph, heading and paragraph. Like mixing depends on our requirement, we can use it. Right? These are called simply how to write headings and paragraphs. How to write headings and paragraphs. That is. Just take the picture so that you can practice later. Right. So even though you are placing the content in multiple lines, it will not apply that format by default. So the way we are writing the code that we decide, and we are writing using tags only. Just a line break you want means what? Is just like break. No, I need a gap between the lines means what? Is a paragraph tags. And they have given that heading tags. And we can also write that headings and paragraphs combinedly. Headings and paragraphs combinedly. Now, formatting tags we are writing. Formatting tags. Look at this. I'm just giving this. This is para. It's a paragraph. It's a paragraph. Next one, look at this. This paragraph. I'm placing in bold tags. B, in between B. B means what? Is a bold. So I'm just writing this message. Message, anything you can write. That same description I'm writing. Look at this. It is bold paragraph. It's the same one. I just placing in a I. I means italic. I'm giving this italic paragraph. Italic paragraph is the same one. I'm just placing in between U. U means what? Underline. Like mostly you can see that the basic formatting things are bold, italic, underline whenever we are writing. In any editor, these three are common as by default will come. Okay. Now if you want to apply all the three at a time, you can. This is suppose underlined paragraph, bold, italic, underlined paragraph, bold, italic, underlined paragraph, paragraph. So normally here we are writing na, but this one, suppose bold, inside italic, inside underline, inside is a paragraph like this. In this way also we can write bold, italic, underline, paragraph. This is paragraph, which is in between underline, in between italic, in between bold. In any order you can write. That same output will come. So instead of writing like this, everything we are writing in a single line. We are writing in a single line. These are actually called formatting tags. Called formatting tags. Simply. And now, after this, suppose here I just want to print. You can put it in paragraph or directly. So no matter. Here it is a H2O I want to print. H2O between a paragraph we better place. H2O we are print. But here it is a 2 should be subscript. 2. Look at this. Only the 2 you have to put in between sub. Only 2. O means 0. Sorry. Look at this. This is subscript. H2O. Is the same one. Is a superscript also. Like I just want to place x square and y square. X square. Square means what? In between super. It will give x square plus y again square is a 1. X square and y square is just representing what? Subscript and superscript. These are the basic formatting values. But so definitely there is a doubt will come. Doubt. Note. Formatting. Why formatting? Why formatting with the HTML directly? Remember that some of the HTML old tags supports directly to do basic formatting of text. Basic formatting of text. But from HTML5 and CSS3, it is recommended to format any style using CSS only. Strictly. So even though you are writing, sir, bold, you are making italic, underline. This is what actually formatting the text. What we discussed in the last class using HTML, we can create only the content of the web pages. We are not applying the formatting. We are not changing the font and all. This is the headache of CSS only. Then why you are applying here HTML means what? Already few things are there which are supporting. But initially we are learning. But once we learn that CSS means what? Every format we implement with the help of CSS only. That is. Okay. Just please take the screenshot. The next one is, the next one is here, the concept is a HTML attributes. So what are HTML attributes? Attributes giving extra functionality to HTML elements. So where we are writing that HTML attribute. Here is a start tag is there. Is a start tag. Here only you need to add attribute. Attribute equal to value. Value you must place either in single quotes or double quotes. If multiple attributes are there, spaces you need to give between. Value always represent either in a single quotes or is a double quotes. Then close that start tag. Here you add the content and is a end tag. But sir, suppose if it is an empty element is also having start tag na? Attribute and value, same attribute and value, and you close there itself. Either it is an empty element or it is a non-empty element. Both the elements having start tag. So some rules are, what are HTML attributes? Attributes, sometimes we can call it as a properties, giving is extra functionality to HTML elements. Extra functionality to HTML elements. And rule is, we must place attributes only in start tag. Only in a start tag. Attributes are key value pairs. Attribute values must be placed either in single quotes or double quotes. Single quotes or double quotes. Multiple attributes are separated with the space. Multiple attributes, no semicolon and no comma. Multiple attributes separated with a space. This is the one. Got it? Now, again, just for initial explanation sake, I'm just taking one example. Here. In this one, body is a start tag na body. It's an end tag. In this one, BZ color is there. Suppose yellow and green. I'm running this code. Look at this. Background color is yellow is showing. Sir, again, question is, why you are applying colors directly in HTML? This is also old thing only. But I just want to explain attribute in an easy way like this. Okay, so later we never use this one. Here, this is the start tag. Extra functionality means what? Body color is a by default white color. I just want to give another color as a background. This is the start tag. Inside the start tag only, we place that attributes. So attribute consists attribute name and attribute value, separated with the equals to symbol, equals to sign. And attribute values must be placed either inside either in a single quotes or in a double quotes or in a double quotes is a one. Got it? Now, so why we explain, why we discuss attributes means what? Simple example. These two examples you also practice today. Why? I'll explain. Is a body, is a body. I'm just taking paragraphs. It's a first paragraph, and here it is a paragraph. Or for example, here we are taking orange, better, apple, orange, apple, guava. We are taking like this. We are taking like this. Suppose here, whenever we are executing the code, the three things will display in a three lines. Here, I'm not applying any styles. Now observe. Now I'm applying CSS. First, the code I will write. Then based on the code, I'll explain, you will get more clarity. I want to give different colors to these different things. Here, there is an attribute called style. This is CSS. Style equal to value, either single quotes or double quotes, color. Color colon, orange I am giving. Look at this, is a orange color. Is a orange color. For this next one is a style. Color, single quotes or double quotes, anything we can give. Color is a red I am giving. Style, color is a green I am giving. Green. Look at this. This is actually called styling. Is actually called styling. Now let me explain this one. Now let me explain this. This is important point. What is that? What is that? Applying CSS. Applying CSS to HTML. Applying CSS to HTML in three ways. In how many ways? Three ways. First one is called inline CSS. Inline CSS means what? Inside the body using style attribute. Using style attribute. Second one is internal CSS. Internal CSS. Inside the head location using style tag. Style tag. Third one is external CSS using writing separate CSS file and link with the HTML file. So the question is, They will ask, sir, in how many ways you can apply CSS to HTML? Simple theory. Simple theory in 3 ways. First one is a inline CSS. First part. What is the location? See, this is body now. Inside the body, using that style attribute. I already told you that this is attribute. What is that name of the attribute? Style. Using that style attribute, you can apply. Sir, why? Why inline? Inline, when we want to, apply different styles, to different HTML elements. Total, how many paragraphs are there here? Sir, 3 paragraphs are there. How many? 3 paragraphs are there. Sir, for 3 paragraphs, 3 different colors I want to set. First paragraph color is orange. Second paragraph color is a red. Third paragraph color is a green. These are the separate styles. For every element, there is a separate style. So you can apply using style attribute within that HTML element. Within that HTML element only. Sir, no, here actually 3 paragraphs are there, na, sir. 3 paragraphs are there. For all the 3 paragraphs,